Hello, I'm going to read a story for you today. I've written this myself. Natural Disaster by Raymond Alexander Clermont. Chapter 1. Summoned. Something is so out of sorts here today. Something is wrong with the game we all play. Pieces of puzzles have all gone astray, so the masters have summoned the mage of Feng Shui. He's a confident man with a skill for arrangement, and he's making a plan for a new situation. He'll rearrange time, and he'll grab up the past, and he'll change the events of the future quite fast. With the power to put things where they best belong, at his weakest the Feng Shui mage still is quite strong. So he started his journey to make all things right. So the mage of arrangements is joining the fight. Chapter 2. Compensate. Feeling superior, that's what they're after. Arrogance buys us a rather dark chapter. They don't care if they're right, they don't seek out the truth. They just want to feel like they're better than you. Arguing just for the sake of a fight, not so the answers can come into sight, just so the arguers have the delight of winning the battle and saying, "I'm right." The Feng Shui mage saw this and started to wonder, could he somehow reshape this foul spell they were under? So he grabbed their complaints and he picked up their words. He rearranged sentences, nouns, and the verbs. He mixed up their words so they'd find when they yelled, every point that they make criticizes themselves. I put others down so that I can feel high, but my kingdom, my crown, and my claim is a lie. And that got them thinking, why were they so mean? Seeking control through deception, it seems. But the mage helped them see how their ways were mistaken. By his deeds, the foundation of culture was shaken. Chapter 3. Ignorance. There are those who would preach to us how we should think. They have only one creed, to which all things must sink. They will claim their traditions the only one way, and the only right answer is do as they say. But the mage, he was curious. How could that be? Just one rule for us all, both for them and for me? So the mage thought real hard, near as hard as he can, and he used Feng Shui magic to construct a good plan. So he put this piece here, and he put that piece there, rearranging the theories to make them more fair. So he worked out the puzzle. Accept what makes sense. Accept the compatible. Throw out the rest. You see, said the mage, if you try to make rules that prevent us from learning, you make us all fools. And the mage also noted, if you want to make sense, take some time to compare all the facts and events. In conclusion, he thought, there is not just one way. If you want to make sense, learn new things day by day. And the mage of Feng Shui, on that note, had moved on. One more task would make sure that the problem was gone. Chapter 4. Tyranny. From the time we were born, there are those who desire to make each of us slaves of a ruling empire, and we're always oppressed, from our food to our words. We get punished so often, we forget that it hurts. If we try to resist, then they show us the way. If we do not comply, they will make us obey. And if still we resist, they will make their point clear, that to break any rules is a thing we should fear. Their enforcement of rules knows no moral constraint. Even thinking is punished. No infraction is safe. So the mage said, "Such wickedness! Evil prevails. They've robbed us of purpose, and freedom has failed." He shed several tears, and he screamed at the sky. In the face of such crime it seemed better to die. Then the mage smirked a moment, as a thought came to mind. Such a broken dynamic is destined to die. Then the mage of Feng Shui then concocted a way for the rules to be changed by Feng Shui interplay. He would use the restrictions against one another. Such unjustified rules could disable each other. So he channeled the forces and forged contradiction so that they would be punished for constructing affliction. By rebuilding the laws, he had made a new rule and exposed the oppressors as prejudiced fools. If your deeds don't take freedom away from another, you can do anything that you want to each other. Yes, that's what he created, protecting our fun. By creating this rule, now his job was well done. With his task now complete, on this glorious day, all the masters were done with the mage of Feng Shui. With a tip of his hat and a gleam in his eye, the mage of Feng Shui bid the masters goodbye. Now the function was different, as the problems had changed. Now in place of corruption, all the wisdom remains. If you try to make war over terms of control, please refrain from dictation of everyone's rules. Chapter 5. Parting. There's a potency lingering, used by us all. It can make us uplifted or cause us to fall. If we don't choose a path of respectful pursuits, then before we begin, our ambitions are doomed. If we don't make a way for the rules to be fair, then the power we gain is a burden to bear. As the sun sets tonight on a story of pleasure, remember that wisdom will lead you to treasure. And now this whole journey has come to an end. One day life will be perfect when we all act like friends. So I hope you like that. That was my book, Natural Disaster. It's not published yet, but I thought I should share it. Make it available for everyone, even people that can't read, even people that can't see. Can't hear. Wait, no. That's silly. Even people that can't see, yes. Because if you can't see, you can still listen to the audio of this video. And if you can't hear, you can just read the book once it's published, of course. Alright, so I believe that's that. Yeah. Have a great day, and I hope this book helps you a lot.